critically speaking, we also need to see who they will be facing off of first when they do advance into the upper 16. Oh dear, it's Grunkle.
The Season 2 champion, as I've argued many times in Vocalized, reigning champion perhaps, depending on how we look at it.
Yeah, reigning champion asterisk, yeah.
Reigning champion-ish.
Domestic champion, I think. No, that doesn't work.
With the champion of Season 2, we can definitely say that.
Yes, we can.
So, yeah, the winner of this Truel will end up facing off against Grunkle to start with, and then, depending on which way they go, will then be Weemers or Shannamain after that. Mm-hmm. Which is also going to be an interesting one.
Indeed, and the final 16 is always, I think, is a terrifying place to be as it is. Never mind going against Grunkle or Samster, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be an interesting situation.
I think it is. Right. I think without further ado, let's get on with it then. Let's get into the final Truel of Season 3, Truel C. Let me press the play button on the scene, and Mr. Score Count,
Mr. Me,
please take it away.
Well, thankfully, everyone's already now getting all set up in the green room. Which
Beautiful.
is also probably our smallest age variant for a Truel.
Yeah, that's true. They are all very close together. They're 19, 20, and 20, yeah.
In before I could drag one of them in and say, actually, no, I'm now. Let's see if that happens. We will start, obviously, as usual, from the left. It is our 20-year-old from New York, United States. A newcomer, as are all the participants in this Truel. Second in Group C, it is John, a.k.a. Dupless. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, we can.
I believe so.
Awesome.
John had a tough opponent, didn't he, Matt?
Yeah. Quarrel C with the eventual winner, Harry.
Mm-hmm.
So let's face it, if you come up against Harry and your Quarrel, and you still managed to get through, got through all the way to the bitter end, they were both down, they were in a pure duel. The accelerators were all used up, one chip each. And I think actually it was like that for about 3 or 4 questions. So yeah, you certainly gave Harry a good run for his money.
Absolutely.
Indeed, quite literally. So, and what was the question he went out on?
You keep talking, I'll find my notes.
Okay, fair enough. So, John, with that said, how are you? Does that make you feel confident going into this, knowing that you definitely have the longevity within you?
Yeah, I think a little bit. I definitely was able to last a while, especially against such a tough opponent. So I think it gives me a little bit of confidence. I'm definitely still very wary. I think it's very easy to mess up, but
striking the fear into their hearts, quite indeed.
Yeah.
I've got the question up.
Okay, what was the question?
It was actually an American question.
the BYU one.
It was the namesake of the American school known as BYU. It's a great great grandfather to an author prominent in what genre? And actually, I put on there that it was a that's what we were down to a perfect duel. Harry actually had to use 3 chips on that question. Unfortunately, John, you only had the 1 to use up, and you were both down to 20 seconds each. So a very, very tricky question to go out on, especially if you only got the 1 chip available. But I suppose you sort of pushed Harry to the point where, had to use 3 of his 4 remaining chips up on that question.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get some good questions today. Like a lot of math.
It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible for you to get through. In your way, obviously, are Kirill and White Shadow. Of those 2, who do you think is going to last longer?
I guess just based on the Quarrel results, I'll have to say Togi. But honestly, I'm quite scared of both of them, and I'm quite scared of myself. So
we'll get to White Shadow's Quarrel in a little bit. For hopefully for the last time. Hopefully. In any case, and then obviously Season 2 champion Grunkle stands ahead of them. Do you think you might be able to knock him down a step? Maybe.
I think I have a solid 5% chance. Maybe.
It's a low likelihood, but it's still a likelihood.
Yeah, it's still possible. So I'll
non-zero.
try my best. Just have fun with it. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. But I have to go first. So.
Indeed, and I sincerely hope you will have fun with it, no matter whether you here or all here. In any case, again, good luck. In the second position, Kirill, aka Togi, our 20-year-old from Russia, and third in his group, and yet again another newcomer. Hello.
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 I'm actually almost 21.
Oh,
Almost.
Almost 2 days until my birthday.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it's like 20.99. Okay, let me just change that. Age participant 2, 20.99. There we go. There's your age.
Okay, well, Mr. Matt, other statistics from their previous group game.
Yeah, Kirill eliminated in a quarrel against Natter, IKH, Shadowmane, and Lion. And the question that unfortunately undid Kirill was all about roller skating in the 1870s and what it was referred to. Kirill did have the chips and the time to deal with it, but unfortunately couldn't work out that the answer was Rinkomania. Kirill, have you swatted up on your roller skating since then?
No.
To be fair, it was a bit of an unlucky punt. It was just the one answer you ruled out just happened to be the correct answer. With that said, are you going to be a little less judgmental? I think is a good word.
Well,
Probably
I
isn't.
hope that I will be more judgmental today.
Oh, so you're actually going to be playing more aggressively?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, that's very interesting.
It's a bold strategy.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and as I said, same question as always. John and White Shadow standing your way, but of them, who is a bigger roadblock?
White Shadow.
White Shadow.
White Shadow, definitely a premier question writer, and again, we will get to the unfortunate circumstances that led to his downfall. Certainly someone who I would not put out of this truel. And again, Grunkle Squeaky after that. Do you think if you win this, you can make it all the way?
Maybe? I don't know, really. I'm scared of Grunkle.
Taking each match as it comes, as it were. I think there's a lot of reasons to be scared of Grunkle, certainly. In any event, again, best of luck. You do have to get through this one before we can let you through there. Hopefully we'll see if you do. Finally, again, unfortunately eliminated in Quarrel E. It says fourth, but really they all kind of tied except for Scooter in a way. It's our 19-year-old from Bangkok in Thailand. It is White Shadow, one of our best question writers. Hello.
Hello.
Matt, would you like to remind us for the final time of the incident?
We will no longer speak of the Spudgate question.
We will no longer speak of the incident.
But also looking at my stats, the audience really, quite surprisingly, didn't rate you last time. Only 8% thought you would win your quarrel, and well, actually, you as School will probably elaborate on. You're a very good question writer in this community, so you should be feared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe I'm better at writing than answering. So yeah, makes
I think that's the same with a lot of people in this community. Who they are better question writers or question proofers than they are actual questioning answering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's definitely possible. But again, I would not write you out of this game at all. This definitely could go any which way. But as I said, John and Kirill stand in your path. Of those two, John was obviously the one who lasted longer in his quarrel against Harry. Kirill, no slouch either, and going out saying he's playing aggressively today. Who do you think is going to last longer?
I actually have no idea, but I'm gonna guess it's John.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the one who's lasted longer in the past, so it's definitely a plausible guess. And then again, Grunkle follows suit after that, should you win here.
Mm.
It's the last seat, it's the last chance to qualify for anyone. Never mind just you three. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. Really nervous.
just the large breath. In any case, yeah. This is definitely going to be an exciting three-way. Mr. Matt, I see the poll results are in.
yeah, and I've just accidentally closed it, so I've lost my
Okay,
So-
John got 58% of the votes at 11. White
Oh.
Shadow got 26% of the votes at 5, and Kirill got 16% of the votes at 3.
Okay, so Dupla's obviously the audience favourite, but it's still not
It's still anyone's game.
still not really that clear cut. So this will be close.
It
Mhm.
will indeed. Right, well, any last words from any of you?
Best of luck.
Yeah,
Good luck.
Ah, I like to
all
hear.
pleasantries.
Yeah.
But need I remind you, only one of you will be the 16th player to prove themselves. The other two will not, and alongside the other 14 who reside in the proving ground still, will be eliminated. I guess it's fair to say they're eliminated after this. Like they eliminate them all together. In
Mhm.
any case, I wish you all best of luck, and again, I wish two of you a premature farewell.
Okay, well, that's the last time I'm going to hear that particular phrase, because after this point it will be just duels, so it'll be 1 and 1. Right, here we go then for the final truel. It's test question time as always, so let me press the button and hopefully it'll all work for you. John, do you see the question?
Yep.
Kirill, do you see the question?
Yes.
And White Shadow, do you see the question?
Yes.
Good. There are your options. Everyone's in. See what you've gone with. And surprisingly, everyone going correctly with B42.
Yeah, no, for some odd reason Tower 42 has 47 floors. Don't tell Ask. It does.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. And Shadowmaid apparently chooses to plead the fifth and say that the answer is actually 420.
I plead the third.
I don't care. Right, so that's the test question all sorted. Let's reset the match. So everyone now has 10 chips, 1 accelerator, and 4 minutes on each of your respective clocks. For the final time, for the final truel, John, Kirill, and White Shadow, let's duel. Good luck, and here is your first question. Who should you put your faith in if you're determined to believe that Jesus invented the modern dining table? The options are Mel Brooks, Mel B, Mel Blanc, Mel Gibson. Who should you put your faith in if you're determined to believe that Jesus invented the modern dining table? Kirill is in. So is White Shadow. And John is in. Yeah, I wasn't really particularly certain where this question was really heading with this particular topic. I can also say that there are 12 chips on the table.
Oh, cool.
So, I mean, we're all through question 1. It's just going to be a bit of an expensive question. We're going to drop 9 chips. John, just out of curiosity, if you had just a single chip, what would you go with?
Maybe, but honestly, I have no idea what the question's asking. So,
Would you say that you just sort of rebutted out a bit?
oh, sorry, I have no idea what the question's asking. So I'd probably guess Mel B, just total punt, but not sure.
Fair enough. Kirill, if you had a chip, what would you plump for?
I would have chosen the D, but because I don't know what is happening right now.
Fair enough.
Everything.
And White Shadow, if you had a single chip, what would you go for?
I'm gonna go for Mel B.
You would have gone Mel B.
How I'm supposed to know that? I'm from Thailand.
Alright, well, I can reveal that the correct answer in this case was D, Mel Gibson.
Yeah, no, this is obviously a Clive. This is obviously a Clive original. It's regarding the movie The Passion of the Christ, where Mel Gibson does portray the titular character, and at one point rather early on in the movie, he, while he's still working as a carpenter, he makes a dining table, a small dining table, which his mother obviously sort of looks at for a little bit and eventually comments, "This will never catch on."
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Well, everyone's through on that. It was a bit of an expensive getting through there, but everyone is through nonetheless. Matt.
Youch. 9 chips disappearing into the void. The accelerators haven't been touched. All the players have got 7 chips each. Kirill's got the time advantage, 351, and then White Shadow 347, John 341.
Okay, here comes question number 2. Hopefully slightly better for you. It's a longer one, though. The 2010 Wimbledon tennis match between John Eisner and Nicolas Mahut, known as the longest tennis match in history, lasted for how many games? Your options are 181, 183, White Shadow is in, Kirill is in, 179 or 185. And John is in. Bit more interesting this one. There are 9 chips on the table. Let's see where you place them. So Kirill and White Shadow have covered all the options, so they're definitely through again. John, you've gone with a single chip answer on B 183. Why did you go with that?
I remember watching this when it actually, and a couple days ago, I think I was gonna actually write a question about this, so I
okay.
did some research into it, and I remember 183 coming up. So,
there we go. You feel pretty confident. Well, if it's not 183, then you are out, and we will continue playing with Kirill and White Shadow. So let's hope your recent research into this particular subject matter is correct. Yeah. Thank you for the follow there, List Wits. Greatly appreciated. Kirill, do you think the answer is 183, or do you hope that it's something else?
I hope it's something else.
That's kind of an obvious kind of answer there, wasn't it? Well, I can reveal that the correct answer is B 183.
Yes, it was a rather infamous game where at least 10 records were set. The longest match with 11 hours and 5 minutes of active time. Most aces in a match, total aces in a match, and other such things. It did lead to most of the major tennis tournaments implementing a rule where the final set could be tie-broken, which up to this point hadn't been a thing. Tiebreakers only happened on all but the last set. Therefore, this game went to 6-4, 3-6, 6-7, 7-6, 70-68.
Yeah. And as you're saying, Coolio, the last set itself was 138 games, but overall is 183. So, yeah, that's where the numbers are different. It's the same 3 digits, they're just in a different order. So that's a good way of remembering that, actually. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, another 6 chips lost to the void there, Matt, and John now has the advantage.
So that is some good fortune, John, that you were looking up a question or researching a question similar to that. Because when you played the one show, I thought you either know this or this is a massive gamble. But in fairness, it's what you've got the chip advantage, 7 chips as opposed to Kirill and White Shadow on 4 chips each. So can still afford to cover all the options if necessary. Kirill with the time advantage, 348. White Shadow, 344. John, 331. So probably just taking a bit more time there on the tennis question there. All the accelerators still intact and all the players still intact.
Okay, here comes the next question. How many years after the opening of the Eiffel Tower in France was its replica in Los Angeles opened? Your options are 100, 110, 80, 90. White Shadow's in and accelerating. Kirill's in 5, 4, 3, 2, and John is in. John, do you think White Shadow knows this and has played a single chip, or do you think it's just a rush play?
I think both of them probably put down 4 chips.
You think both of them may have put down 4 chips? Well, I can actually say that there are 11 chips on the table. So, not quite all of them. Kirill decided to hold a chip back, try and keep at least 2 chips through to the next question if he survives, leaving off of D90. John and White Shadow covering all of the other options. So, John and White Shadow, you are definitely through. Kirill, why did you leave off D90?
I'm just saving chips.
Just saving chips. Makes sense. If you had just a single chip, what would you cover?
110.
You would have covered 110. White Shadow, you've gone with all the options, and I guess that was a bit of a strategy that you're just doing a rush play and hoping to rush your competitors to do the same kind of thing that you've done?
Yeah. As I said in the last stream, I hate geography, so yeah, I don't do this.
Fair enough. And John, now that we've had a bit more time to think on it, do you have any further clues on this, or was it still just a difficult question for you here?
Yeah, pretty tough. I know the Eiffel Tower was the original one was like 1880s, so if I had to guess, I might have taken a chip off 110, but otherwise I don't know.
Okay. Hang on. I'm not even reading this question right. It's Matt. Can you read the? Can you read, please? Because I'm comparing this to what the factoid says, and that does not make sense to me.
Okay, so the question's reading. The question's reading how many years after the Eiffel Tower in France was opened was the in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but what does the factoid say?
I haven't got the factoid in front of me.
I'm looking at the factoid right now, and the dates check out.
Yeah, but the name of the place.
Oh, is it not in Los Angeles?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Oh, it's Las Vegas, isn't it?
That makes that a completely null question, because that's not possible.
Okay, dud question.
It is in Las. The replica is in Las Vegas. I can confirm.
So that question's completely dead. I can't accept that question as a valid question.
I'm just checking. There's a fair few in the US. I'm just looking on Wikipedia at the moment. So, one in Las Vegas, one in Ohio, one in Virginia, North Carolina.
Because I know of the one in Las Vegas.
There is one in Florida. That's
yeah.
fine. Texas, Tennessee.
So yeah, the question we're expecting here is Los Angeles. If there is not one in Los Angeles, this question's out, invalid.
It's the question. The answer is referring to the one in Vegas anyway.
Well, there we go then. So it's a completely null question.
For that, everyone.
So, for your reference, by the way, in that case, 110 was the correct answer. Would have been from 1889 in the original to 1999 being the replica in Vegas, not Los Angeles in this case. This was, hey, it's an impossible question.
I'm dreading to ask this. Who proved it?
Time to find out.
Don't worry, Chanamain, we will rectify all of the necessary things. So, let's hide that question first. That should re-award all the chips back. I need to re-award the accelerator back to White Shadow.
It was proofed before the transfer, so I can't tell. I can't tell you.
Well, there we go then.
Whoever proved it got away with it.
Okay,
fair enough.
Do you want me to let you know what the times were on?
In a moment, I just need to award the accelerator back first.
Okay.
So let me just quickly do that. How do I do that again on this? Should be a way to do this. Reset accelerator use. Oh, is this the one where I didn't actually provide a manual way of doing it? I still have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Do you have to show the answer? Basically, complete the question and then reset it.
Well, what I can do actually, which would be easier, is if I actually just stop the game and come back and edit the times. Because everyone had their accelerator anyway.
Everyone had their accelerator, yeah.
So I can just do that.
In terms of the chips, yep.
We'll do it in post.
We will do it in post, so we'll just do that. So do that. We get the intro come up again with Kira's age not quite right. So first of all, we have John on 7 chips. So let me remove a few chips there. Kirill was on 4 chips.
Yep.
Go down to that. White Shadow. Also 4
4.
chips. Everyone on accelerators. So, timer, text. So, Matt, how much time did John have?
Okay, so John had 3:31.
3:31 makes it 2:11. It will.
Okay.
It should change once we actually get into it, I believe.
Yes,
I've changed. I have changed
11
them.
seconds.
Yep.
Yep.
Then
Kirill was 228 seconds, 228,
228. Yep.
and White Shadow was 224.
And White Shadow was 224. Okay, so it's edited on my end. Hopefully, when we go to the next question, it will reflect itself correctly on screen. 744 and accelerators each piece. Is that all above board?
That's all correct. Yes.
Is everyone ready to restart?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for your patience with that. But the question was just a bit bad. So, here we go for a do-over of that question. There we go, the timers are correct. Which of the following Olympic...
I don't see it.
I don't see the question.
Of course, sorry, everyone. I completely forgot because I need to reset the WebSocket names.
Oh, right.
That's fine. Don't change your names.
Just takes a hot minute.
I just need to edit it on my end, that's all. So I just had to reset the game. Kirill and... So in fact, and White Shadow ZZ. Right, we'll try that again. And... No, it doesn't disconnect them on the website, no.
Question, Ash.
It won't use that question now either, no. It's now got to go on to a new question. Right, here comes a new question. There we go.
Yes.
Do you all see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, sorry about that. What is the largest national park in the world? Your options are... Wow. Belovezhska Pushcha, Port Campbell, Northeast Greenland, or Yellowstone? White Shadow's in and accelerating. Going the same way. 5, 4. Kirill's in. 3, 2, 1. And John is in. Okay. Well, White Shadow decided to play the accelerator again. I could also say Kirill decided to do 3 chips, but this time John went with 3 chips. And they're on slightly different answers. So, White Shadow, you covered all the answers. You're definitely through. Kirill, this time you left off A. Belovezhska Pushcha. I'm obviously not pronouncing that right. Can you help me? Can you help me out?
Yes, I can. It's actually Belovezhska Push.
Thank you very much. And John, you left off Port Campbell, and you've covered all the other answers. So, Kirill, why did you leave off A?
Because I don't think that Belovezhska Push is the right answer.
Makes
And I'm
sense.
still saving chips.
And you're still saving the chip. So it's giving you a bit more of a help with that saving chip that you don't believe that is the correct answer.
Yes.
White Shadow, you did the same thing again, I guess.
Yeah. It was geography.
It's geography again, yeah. Well, at least this time it is actually geography rather than this landmark. And John, this time you decided to leave one answer clear. You left off Port Campbell clear. Why did you do that?
I actually have no idea. I kind of just wanted to save a chip, so I picked randomly. I figured Russia's pretty big, Greenland's pretty big, Yellowstone's a valid answer, so I just chose Port Campbell to take one off.
Fair enough. Well, if the answer is A, that word, then Kirill is out. If the answer is B, that word, then John is out. If it's C or D, then continue on as a troll. The correct answer is... It's C, Northeast Greenland. Score count, you muted.
That I am. Okay, so there's actually quite a wide variety of sizes represented here. John, you eliminated one at random, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You eliminated the smallest.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, there we go then.
Port Campbell is a mere 17.5 kilometers squared. We then go up to Kirill, did you eliminated randomly, and you eliminated the second smallest at 3,300 kilometers squared. Yellowstone is 900 kilometers squared, and Northeast Greenland is 972,000 kilometers squared.
Just a slight magnitude change there. Just a slight.
Yeah, I'm not going for a walk in that park anytime soon.
It's government mandated, though. You can do that.
Yeah, but they've said it's got to be nearby.
If you live in Greenland, maybe it's nearby. Anyway, Matt, what's the situation we're in now?
It's definitely changed things a fair bit because each player has their own sort of advantage. John has the most chips, 5 chips compared with Kirill's 2 chips and White Shadow's 1. So White Shadow can't make any mistakes from now on, and Kirill can't afford to cover all the answers. Kirill has the time advantage, 3 minutes 36, and then White Shadow just 1 second behind on 3:35, and then John a further 20 seconds back at 3:15. Yeah, White Shadow, you've used the accelerator, so I've actually got that bit slightly wrong there. So John and Kirill, you do still have your accelerators available, and we still have all 3 players left in. As if finally we can move on to question 4.
Well, hey, after all those technical issues, let's move on to question 4. The smallest spy plane, in existence, developed by AeroVironment of Monrovia in California, has what superhero type name? Your options are the Hulk, Flash, Groot, Black Widow. The smallest spy plane in existence. Kirill is in, accelerating. 5, 4, 3, 2. John is in. 1. And White Shadow is in, locked in by the accelerator. Well, White Shadow only had the 1 chip to play. Kirill has 2 chips to play, so could have gone 1 or 2. John had the luxury of being able to cover all the options. But I can say that there are 5 chips in play. Everyone has covered B, the Flash. John and Kirill have covered D, Black Widow. White Shadow has not, because White Shadow only had the 1 chip to play. And everyone has left clear A, the Hulk, and C, Groot. White Shadow, you only had the 1 chip to play. Why did you go with the Flash?
I hope it's either Flash or Black Widow, but I have 1 chip, and Flash makes more sense to be a name of a spy plane. So, yeah, I go
Makes
with the Flash.
Makes sense. Kirill, you used your remaining 2 chips to cover Flash and Black Widow. Why did you go with those 2 options?
The Hulk doesn't sound right to me, and the Groot is also really stupid to me. The name, actually. So I think it's either fast or sounds cool.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And John, you went the same way that Kirill has gone. Why Flash and Black Widow?
Yeah, pretty much the same logic. Groot's a weird name for a spy plane, and Hulk, I mean, if it's a small spy plane, Hulk's kind of big, so I don't know, there's a little logic there. But
Okay.
left me with the Flash.
Alright, well, if the answer is B, Flash, then we're all through. If the answer is D, Black Widow, then we'll say goodbye to White Shadow at this time. However, sudden death can still occur. If the answer is A, the Hulk, or C, Groot, then we will go to sudden death. The correct answer is... it's D, Black Widow.
Ooh.
My apologies to White Shadow. The smallest spy plane in existence is the palm-sized Black Widow. It has a wingspan of 15.2 centimeters, weighs 80 grams, and holds a tiny video camera weighing 2 grams, and has a maximum range of roughly 2 kilometers. And I noticed that as one of the links that Egg helpfully provided is from Gyazo, everyone's favourite.
Gyazo, why would you do this to me, Gyazo? Oh dear. Oh, you've just done a screenshot of something else, I guess. Oh, right. Fair enough. Okay, cool. Control C, absolutely. Well, we say goodbye to White Shadow at this time, but I think if you had the 2 chips, you would have covered D Black Widow from the sounds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just unfortunate you didn't have enough chips at that point, but that's how the game goes. How are you feeling?
I'll go back to writing questions. So, yeah.
Well, sit tight. Anything can still happen. As I say, sudden death can still occur. But in the meantime, you are currently in provisional 3rd place in this truel. Matt, what's the situation we're in now?
Oh, the Black Widow knocking out the White Shadow. And unfortunately, a player that we've seen a lot this series where White Shadow, you've thrown all 4 chips down on the first 3 questions, so that's not really a tactic that keeps you in play for long, unfortunately. But as I say, let's wait and see what happens. Kirill, good use of an accelerator. No, ignore that. No, Kirill, good use. Oh, sodding stats. I know, it's all going Pete Tong up here. So we've got quite a marked difference in terms of the chips. So John, all 4 chips, can still cover all of the options if necessary. Kirill down to 1 chip now. A mistake and you are out. Kirill, you still have the time advantage, 3 minutes 30. John on 3:04, but John still has their accelerator left. And yes, as 8 Minky does say, staying alive in the game is indeed the best tactic. And yes, thank you. Yeah, Kirill did accelerate. I'm just misreading all my notes here. Question 5.
Okay, here's the next question. Which of these shows was never hosted by Jeremy Clarkson? There is a not in there. Which of these was never hosted by Jeremy Clarkson? Your options are High Stakes, Never Mind the Buzzcocks, Robot Wars, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Difficult one, because this is very UK-centric. And neither of the competitors in play are UK. Kirill is in, though. John, you have all the time in the world. There's no accelerator that can be played against you. And there is the lock-in. Let's see what you've played. Okay, so John covering all but one option, leaving off of D, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Kirill only had the 1 chip to play anything on and ended up on C, Robot Wars. Kirill, why did you end up on Robot Wars?
I just thought that High Stakes is not the correct actor, and I've seen him in the bus, so I chose the robot.
Okay, and John, you covered everything apart from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Are you confident with leaving that chip off at the very least?
Decently. I think he hosts the most recent version of it. I was trying to remember if he did Nevermind the Buzzcocks. I remember watching a few episodes of that a while back, but I couldn't remember, so...
Okay, if you had the 1 chip to play, John, what would it go for?
Probably High Stakes.
Probably High Stakes.
Total guess between the 3.
Okay. Well, if the answer is High Stakes or Never Mind the Buzzcocks, then John wins. If the answer is C, Robot Wars, then we continue on in this duel. If the answer is D, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, then we will bring White Shadow back in to the fold and we will have a sudden death question. Can reveal that the first answer to reveal as a wrong answer, in this case, is B, Never Mind the Buzzcocks. He has hosted, I think, a couple of guest episodes of that.
1 episode in 2006.
Oh, just the 1? Okay. I'm maybe mixing that up with Have I Got News For You, then, where he has hosted a few. Second answer to reveal as a wrong answer is D, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? As you rightly say, yes, the current host of the UK edition.
Took over hosting the revival in 2018.
So that does mean, unfortunately, White Shadow, this isn't going to be a sudden death situation. Not quite yet. However, could be a win for John, and it could be continuing on. If the answer is high stakes, John wins. If the answer is Robot Wars, we continue on. Correct answer is...
Oh God.
It's A, high stakes, and John has taken it.
Jeremy Clarkson hosted the original series of Robot Wars in the UK in 1998. High Stakes was an ITV quiz show in 2011, hosted by Jeremy Kyle.
Kyle, yeah. Unlucky on that one, Kirill. Just failed to cover the answer at the right time, but a valiant effort at the very least there.
It wasn't a lottery show, Shadow.
No, definitely not. No, High Stakes was ITV. High Stakes was ITV, where you'd have a bank of numbers, consecutive numbers next to each other, and you have to always avoid an option.
It didn't last long.
It didn't last long. It was a very drawn out game show anyway.
It was very drawn out, very easy to just play very complacently.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a bit dull.
So yeah, I mean, it was all right, and it was good. It was actually good to see the host also kind of helping out in a way on that show, at least as well.
Prior to
Clarkson and
Ask the Host happening all the...
Again, though, a little known fact that I do keep saying, Ask the Host was actually originally intended to be a lifeline back in the 97-98 version of Millionaire.
Well, regardless, unlucky there, Itogi Kirill. Second place. How are you feeling at the moment?
I'm devastated.
Devastated. Well, that's what happens. Unfortunately, the questions just sometimes don't go your way. White Shadow, third place. It is now actually confirmed a third place. What's your thoughts at the moment?
Pretty sad because I know the answer to the last one.
If the questions just come in a different order, sometimes that also makes all the difference, but it's as they come, unfortunately.
Yeah, but fine. Yeah.
Oh, well. And John, you are our final competitor to enter into the final 16. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm excited for now, but I'm going to have to play Google, so I'm kind of for that.
Yeah, just a slight little element there to worry about. Yeah. Just a little thing. So let's do the colouring of all the players. So that goes like that. And John gets the final light blue colouring in Troll C, and everyone's in order. And that does also mean, as I go over to the upper bracket, that we now finally complete the upper bracket. And John will take our final slot against Grunkle in match 7, I guess that would be, in that particular bracket.
Presently, Game 7. Obviously, orders...
Well, obviously, whatever order it will happen to be, yeah. So that's John/Dupless. There we go. Thank you for the follow there. I am Corb. Okay, I don't know what that means, but thank you for the follow anyway. Was the winner in every Troll the first player on the list, or was it just how it looks now? I reorder it. So the way they're listed to start with was the order they entered into the Troll based off of their performance, and then I reordered them based on their final positioning in the Troll itself. So yeah, they're actually shifting into first, second, and third place after the fact. So there we go. Our final 16 has been completed.
Yep, we have our proven 16.
Absolutely.
Dan, Samster, Linepiece, Harry, Connor, Liam, Tipster, Scoostus, 8minky, Catnip, Jsack, Grunkle, Dupless, Weemus, and Shadowmane. You are through to the final 16. Many congratulations. But now the real duel starts.
Now the real duel starts indeed. So thank you very much everyone that has participated so far in Duel Season 3. We do say commiserations to the 16 that have fallen at this point, but do hope you can stick around anyway to watch how this season develops, and we can hope to see who will be our victor of Duel Season 3. You thought Whiskers was playing with us. At some point that was the case, yes. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this afternoon. Don't forget that if I do the correct thing, that Ben will be doing his Quarren stream later on tonight at 8 p.m. GMT. It's currently now 5 p.m. GMT, so from 3 hours from now, Ben will be over and doing some stuff. I actually did not see from his announcements what it was specifically.
Danger Zone and Family Fortunes, I believe it is.
Ooh, cool. That's a good mix.
You can't play.
Danger Zone and Family Fortunes awaits you over on Royal Flush's channel.
Danger Zone.
So that's
I've got to win this time, surely.
So that's to look forward to then. And then daylight savings in the UK and Europe will happen on Sunday. So any discrepancy over time dilation and that will cancel itself out. And then Wednesday, April Fool's Day, I do have a stream planned for that evening with some hilarity expected. So do tune in for that if you're around. In the meantime, team, I think that's going to be it. That is going to be it for this afternoon. Thank you very much. And I think I've been Ash the Bash.
I've been Skullcat, and if your ball is too big for your mouth, it's not yours.
That's a wise wisdom, that is.
And I've been Matt the Ref. Thanks for playing, everybody.
All right. You take care, everyone. I'll see you over on Ben's stream in 3 hours' time. Until then, this is our Upper 16. We'll see you later. Bye.